darn things. I'm John Gross. You're probably wondering, what the heck are you doing with a fly swatter? Have you ever been at a picnic and there were ants on the table? And you're doing everything you can to get rid of those ants. I remember I was at a group class and the instructor was talking about the founder of DBT, Marsha Linehan. And she's got a term for ants. She says they're automatic negative thoughts. Thoughts you have every day that you don't even have to think about. They're automatic. They come in. Have you ever said something like this? I'm stupid. I could never do that. I'm too tall. I'm too short. I have too much hair. I don't have any hair. I don't have any money. Quack, 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 quack. Negative, 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 negative. I was that way back in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I was 47 years old and I was making $8 an hour as a part-time photographer. I'm driving and I'm listening to one of my favorite people to listen to, Wayne Dyer. I introduced him at a speech in Detroit and I went down and interviewed him at his condo in Fort Lauderdale. So when I listened to his audio cassettes, it was like he was talking to me. And I was driving along and he said, whatever you focus on with emotion expands in your life. If you're thinking lack, if you're thinking you don't have enough money, and you keep saying that, your brain thinks, I don't need any more money, I don't need money, I don't need money. So you have to change your thoughts, to change your actions, to change your life. What a great point he made, and it stuck. It's one of the neatest points I've heard my whole life. And it happened to me more than once. I remember I was at a pro football game, and I was shooting for NFL Films, and the quarterback threw a pass, and I took the camera and looked up and tried to find the ball, and I couldn't find it. I was going like this and going like this, and I go, doggone it, John, you did it again. Oh, no! And when I'm saying that, I look up and they're lined up for another play, and I missed that play, and because of that play, I missed another play. I said, John, you can't continue doing this. Here's what I did. The next time I missed a play, I said, stop, next. And I imagined that I erased the former play. Imagine I had like an Etch-a-Sketch, where you can erase things. I literally erased it. And I said, next play. Next play. Next play. And it made all the difference. I took the negative away. I took the ants away and thought about the next play. And that made all the difference. I was at another game for NFL Films. I said, I bet they're going to run to the left. So I went to the left. And they threw a pass to the right. So then I went to the right and they threw a pass to the left. I missed every touchdown that way. I mean, I got the touchdown, but it was 65 yards away. So the next day I called NFL Films and I talked to one of their all-stars, Bob Smith. He used to play for the Bears. And I told him, Bob, help me out. I was in the wrong place every time. And he says, John, I can solve your problem in only 2 words. I said, what? I can solve it in 2 words. Don't think. You were thinking, weren't you? I said, yeah, I was thinking all the time. He says, you don't think in a game. You have to become part of the game. Don't think. He told me that some of the best shots by NFL Films cameramen are when they're sick because they don't think about the game and they're in the game. I found out a year ago about mindfulness, and I think that's what it is. You can either be at a football game or whatever you're doing and be mindful, thinking about all the things you got to think about. You're thinking about 50 different things. But to be good at photography, to be good in a key situation, you have to be mindful. And mindful simply means to be in the present moment. Be there. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow it's not here yet. You've only got today, so be in the moment. Be ready for that next play. I remember a couple interviews. There was one when I was working at Channel 7 in Detroit, and we went to Michigan State to interview an all-American track star, and she's a Rhodes Scholar. Her name is Molly Brennan. She was an All-American, now in the Hall of Fame. It was on a spring day. It was warm, but not hot. And I got down there, and I was the reporter. I wasn't a photographer for 12 years, not at all. And I sat down, we started to talk, and I asked her a question. Molly, did anybody else ever give you advice that made a difference in your life? She thought. She says, yeah, John, my mom told me once, make the most of ordinary days, because that's what most of your days will be. How about Monday? Ever slack off on a Monday at work? How about Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or even Friday? Make the most of ordinary days, because that's what most of your days will be. Ironically, a couple weeks later, I talked to one of the best baseball players at the time. His name is Jim Abbott. He was born with only one hand, but he went on to become a pro baseball player, and I interviewed him right after he won the Olympic gold medal and was named MVP of the Olympic baseball team. I asked him the same question. Jim, did anybody ever give you advice that made a big difference in your life? And he thought, and he said, yeah, my mom. She told me, Jimmy, if you have to do something anyway, give it all you got. I'll never forget, I was really close to him, and I saw the vein in his neck stick out when he said, and give it all you got. And he says, I did. I did that at school and got straight A's. He went to University of Michigan. And he says, when I threw a fastball, I gave it all that I had. He wasn't thinking, I hope they don't hit the ball. No, he was thinking, give your all. It's all up here. Change your attitude, change your life. Almost every Olympian has their own sports psychologist to tell them what to say and how to say it to perform. Change your thoughts, change your attitude. One last story. It's about somebody you've probably heard of because he used to be on Little House on the Prairie. See this guy here? His name is Merlin Olsen. And at the top, there he is with a football helmet on, because Merlin Olsen made the Hall of Fame of football. And I heard that he had a saying that he said to himself every time he broke the huddle. He'd say to himself as he walked to the line of scrimmage, he'd say, this next play could be the biggest play of the game. So on this play, I'm going to give it all I've got. Play would get over, come out for the next play. This play could be the biggest play of the game. I'm going to try my home and do my best on this play. Next play, same thing. This play could be the biggest play of the game on this play. I'm going to try my hardest. And you know, during that game, one of those plays was the biggest play of the game. And he went to the Hall of Fame. I want you to start killing those ants of your life, those automatic negative thoughts. If you talk to your friends the way you talk to yourself about yourself, you wouldn't have any friends. Wayne Dyer's advice, change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will change. Thanks for watching today. I'm John Gross.